Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Modern Customer Podcast. I'm your host, Blake Morgan. Today, my guest is Mike Watson, the Senior Vice President and Chief Customer Officer at WM. Mike has been working at WM for more than 33 years. WM has 60,000 employees, they have 20 million customers, and they probably take out your garbage or the garbage at your place of business. As Senior Vice President and CCO for WM, Mike leads sales, revenue management, and the customer experience organization. He is responsible for the profitable growth strategy across all sales channels and ensures all delivery of exceptional experiences throughout the customer journey. He oversees WM's purpose-driven brand and marketing strategy. Mike holds an undergraduate degree in economics from Indiana University and an MBA with honors from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business. Please enjoy Mike Watson. Mike, welcome to the Modern Customer Podcast. Where are you calling us in from today?
I'm here at our corporate headquarters here in Houston.
All right, Houston. So I was doing a bit of research on you, as I do with all my guests, but I was so shocked to find that you have been at one amazing company your entire career. I think you're my only guest that has ever literally spent a lifetime at one wonderful company. So when you started out as a sales field rep at Waste Management, did you know that you would one day still be there as a leader in 33 years?
No, it's been quite a journey for sure, Blake, and it's great to be on your program. I started right out of college as a field sales rep and progressed through the organization, but it's been an awesome journey. It's a great company, and I think what attracted me to Waste Management at the time, now WM, is just a purpose-driven company. I think that's something that's been important to me in my career is focusing on a purpose and what WM's doing for the environment, our customers, and our people is really a very purpose-driven brand. I'm excited to be part of it.
Actually, for many years, I told the story of your CEO, James Fish, who would go to the 3 a.m. meetings with the employees that literally do the dirty work, that take the trash out at their morning huddles at 3 in the morning. I think I've told that story 30 times.
Yeah, and I think that's a big part of our culture at WM. We are a people-first organization, and Jim definitely portrays that from top to bottom. I mean, I think he sees sites probably once or twice a month, and he wants us to go where the work is at. And that's a big part of, I think, the culture of getting to the front line, understanding what's going on, what their needs are, what our customer needs are. And that just emanates through the entire organization.
I love that. I mean, literally, the CEO and the top leadership are willing to get their hands dirty. I mean, that's literally the beauty of customer experience.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that whether it's our CEO, myself as the chief customer officer, our operations folks, sales team, we all want to go where the action's at and be front and center and really thank our frontline folks. We have 25, 30,000 of our frontline service folks servicing customers rain or shine 365 days a week, and it's important that we thank them, and they're a big part of our face in the customer as well.
So you have an interesting model because here's an industry where everyone needs their trash taken out. Like it is not a nice to have, it is a need to have, but you still are very committed to the customer. In contrast with industries where customers need them, but like I hate to pick on the government, but we all know like going to the DMV not so fun because everyone has to go to the DMV. So, how do you keep that energy alive and that customer experience mindset alive, even when you don't necessarily have to go and earn your customers every day because we all need our trash taken out?
I think it's a fair point, Blake. Everybody has garbage or environmental services needs. It's how do they need them and why do they need them? And I think at WM, we're looking at customer experience as a big differentiator for us. It's also a driver for growth. And we have over 20 million customers, all the way from a single household, all the way to a multi location, massive brand, and their sustainability environmental service needs are very different. So our ability to understand what those customers need and where they are in that sustainability or environmental services journey is important. And there's definitely competition out there for a single household to a major brand. And we feel our customer experience is a big differentiator and can really help us grow more market share. And that's really where we're focusing on what we're doing in our customers' journey to make it easy for them to be more sustainable and more environmentally sound.
So I can't think of another time in history where people cared so much about their garbage as they do now. Where there's just a lot of awareness, like where does my recycle go? Where does my compost go? Is this recyclable? What's happening to all the Amazon return packaging? So there's just a lot of consumer awareness about garbage. What's happening from your view right now, just broadly speaking, with customer experience? And then we'll just dive in a little bit more into where your investments are going.
Sounds good. I really, when I try to break it down, I think when we try to explain customer experience to our entire company, and one of the things that's important at WM is we put the customer at the center of what we do is one of our core values. And I think that emanates through the entire organization, whether you're a frontline service provider, one of our truck drivers, or you're in the back office, everybody plays a role in that customer experience. But what our customers really want are two things. They want reliability and responsibility. I think, as you mentioned, some of the environmental concerns is our customers want us to be responsible, and that's something we take very seriously at WM. Is when we manage your waste or manage your recyclables, we want to make sure they go to the appropriate location, that it's managed environmentally soundly, and we do that best of our ability. And I think that's what customers really want. They want us to show up on time, and they want us to be responsible for, with their materials. And that's been a big focus. But overall, there's a heightened awareness around how customers and how their companies are being sustainable. And that's a focus at WM is we're trying to make sustainability simple for our customers, whether they're very complex or a medium business or individual resident. They want to be sustainable, and our goal is to help them.
So let's talk about reliability. Reliability is the foundation of service. And I do want to pivot into the metrics that you're looking at, but basically, you need to pick the trash up. I know you want to say the word garbage, and I'm saying the word trash. Garbage on time and get issues resolved quickly. But, like, let's say your top 5 metrics. Would you be willing to share those customer experience metrics with us?
Yeah, one of the things we implemented, this is about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we realized we only focused on time reliability. And a lot of it was operationally, are we showing up on that day, at close to the right time? We've expanded that to really incorporate what we call our customer experience vitals. And we broke it down. And this is really a way we wanted to bring the whole company around customer experience is we have very specific onboard metrics. We have very specific serve metrics, and then how we resolve customer issues. So we call it our CX vitals, and it's basically silver, um, bronze, and gold based on how we're performing, and that is by site, by location. That ladders up to our regional offices and even to our C-suite leaders, which we hold ourselves accountable each quarter to how we're performing along those. But really, for the most part, it's our container delivery on time performance. When you transact with WM, are we getting your container there on time, whether it's at your resident or at your business? And then do we have any service issues in the first 100 days is a big part of that. If you think about a customer experience journey, how we start off the first 100 days is very important to customer lifetime value based on our analytics. And then how we are performing service each and every day, how reliable we are. Are we picking our customers up on the day we're supposed to, on the time we're supposed to? That's the reliability metrics. And then lastly is our resolution metrics. Do we have repeat customer issues? Do we have repeat missed pickups? And how is that play in our overall customer experience? And I think the analytics we put around this has really helped us understand what are those moments that matter and how they really drive our customer retention and loyalty. And we're a very operationally driven company. So as I came in this role with a bunch of experience at the company for 30 plus years and ran some operations, I needed to make sure that we brought this to life and it was digestible. And it wasn't like, hey, let's do whatever we can for our customers. It had to be very quantitatively driven. And those metrics have helped us move the needle for overall customer experience, I think has really differentiated WM in our industry
Mhm.
significantly.
I love that. So, it's interesting. You're very operationally focused. However, at the same time, you've got that big heart, the heart of customer experience in the culture. Let's talk about something that is very hard to bring into the culture, AI and automation. Where is the biggest opportunity right now in AI and automation?
I think for us, we've dabbled in. I think I've listened to a bunch of your other guests on here. AI is always emerging. Every time you turn around, there's something
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
We've invested in AI in our sales qualifications, our customer experience to help our agents be more efficient. Even some of our agent coaching, where we've used some AI to help us identify certain word trends and coaching applications to really help our supervisors coach better and be more helpful for our customers. But if I look to the future, one of the things that I'm really excited about is the partnership between our customer organization and our operations. It's a critical linkage, whether it's our dispatchers, whether it's how we service our customers. But one of the things I'm excited about is our connected truck. And our trucks have a lot of technology on them that really focus in on how reliable we are, as we mentioned, how safe we are, but also our customer experience. So our goal is to make sure our drivers, when they're on the road, are number one, they're safe, but we give them the tools to operate and service our customers better. So how we use artificial intelligence from the moment of truth when we pick up our customers to getting that back to our customers in a fastest way possible is really where I see the future of WM. But we've made significant progress. We take millions and millions of pictures each day of the garbage that we pick up. And that allows us to understand service verification. If we're servicing recyclables and there's contamination, we can provide that back to our customers for education. We can also right size our customers if they're under service. For example, their business needs are changing, and when we service their garbage, it's a big indicator of their production. We provide information back to them real time, say, hey, you are under service. We'd like to provide you with um, a larger container or more frequent service. So I think the connection points for us in AI are when we focus in on the customer and use AI for safety on the street, but also how we service our customers and bring efficiency through. Because our goal is to service our customers efficiently and safely, and making sure that we have capacity to grow our business as well. So it's a win-win all the
Yeah.
way through the customer operations and safety.
Speaking of your employees that drive the trucks and make the magic happen, what are you doing to create an employee experience to empower drivers to create better customer experiences? Talk about the frontline employee approach and your role in creating that.
Yeah, I think that there's 2 points to that one. Number one is the customer-facing agents that we have. We've been spending a lot of time on, number one, making sure their employee value proposition is high, and we pride ourselves on being a people-first organization, as I mentioned, but it's giving them the tools and the training, and really also our supervisors, to make sure have an environment that is pro-employee. But if I focus in on the operations group, we have a very robust training program that really they're our brand ambassadors, and the majority of our customers are engaging with our drivers probably more than they will our customer experience agents or our sales team. So our training is around how they interact with customers more professionally, how they make sure that we're meeting our customers' needs. And I receive countless feedback from our customers around they're part of the community. They stop and wave to their children. And it is
Mhm.
bizarre how much feedback we get from that. But I think they realize that the better customer experience that we provide in the street keeps our customers, and more customers means more opportunity. And I think we've done a lot on the operations side too, with the trucks we've invested in, the technology. It's an easier job than it was 5 years ago, with all the robotics. And really, I think keeping our customers happy comes from having a great employee experience. And one of the things we're really excited about at WM is we've reduced our turnover significantly, and it's about half the turnover that we see in other DOT type roles. So that employee loyalty, the people first, allows us to provide more consistent customers experience. And I think that's the name of the game. So happy employees provide a happy customer experience. And we see that in our frontline garbage truck drivers as well.
I love that. And I think that like, honestly, word on the street is that it's a really good job to have and it pays pretty well.
Yeah, it's a great career. Our president and former COO started as a garbage truck driver. So the opportunities are limitless, and obviously there's a lot of opportunities in a company this size. But and we always are looking for ways to grow sustainability, and it's really an exciting company and exciting field, and I'm really proud to be part of it.
I always say that the best opportunities are when you take something that not everyone wants to do and you just do it beautifully.
Yeah.
Whether you're taking out garbage, no matter what you're doing, that you just take great pride in your work. Let's switch gears and talk about data. Data is a huge competitive advantage. It already sounds like you're looking at a lot of data points every day. How are you using operational data to anticipate the needs of the customers and employees and personalize those experiences?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for us, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I always try to externally benchmark, and I went to a program, and we talked a lot about customer lifetime value, and that was something that was a little bit foreign to WM at the time. But we looked at what are some of the moments that matter across that customer journey, as I mentioned, onboarding, serving, and solving our customers that really drove defection or customers to leave us. So really, really proud of the work that our data science team has done that's in our revenue management group. And we have basically plotted out a predictive analytics of what are the things we do or don't do that's going to extend the customer lifetime value. And that allows us to be predictive and proactive reaching out to our customers. Hey, we might have missed this customer a few times, or we showed up at their location and their container was blocked, for example, or there's an issue with a bill, or as I mentioned earlier, maybe something that happened in the first 100 days. That allows us to make predictive and proactive communications to that customers, whether that's a retention offer or just say hello. And we've been able to automate a lot of that and get in front of our customers and their issues more proactively. And I think that's really been a big win for us. It's also allowed us to understand where we have the opportunity to earn more price and value from customers versus others. And I think that's where we had some industry leading revenue growth and also share growth along that continuum, is just using data as a resource. And as the leading provider in the industry, it's allowed us to have a massive data set to employ there. One other thing we're doing, which I'm really proud of, is we have our own homegrown Elements, and Elements is really for our larger customers. And what this really does is allows us to benchmark their performance to like segments and how they're recycling, how they're diverting their waste, how they're generating waste. So it's really a reporting platform that we feel is a huge differentiator for our customers. And really what it does is helps them manage their business better. And that's the partnership they're looking for. As I mentioned, sustainability can get a little cloudy, but if we provide them with the analytics from what WM has in our repertoire, we can provide them with, hey, here's some recommendations for this specific site that you have, or this particular recommendation, how you can recycle better, or how you can manage your supply chain to reduce waste. So those are the things how we're using data to be really a differentiator. And that's one of the main reasons why our customers and our national account space are staying with and join WM, is because of that, our use of data as an enabler for their business.
Yeah, you have such an interesting business because as the world becomes more technological, you're operating in a business where you still have to go to residences and businesses and do the physical labor and do the physical thing. There is no software. You can't use the cloud. You have to literally drive a truck with by a person and go do the dirty work. That being said, how would you ever benchmark your business against other organizations when what you do is just so unique?
Yeah, believe me, I've been looking for ways to benchmark ourselves, even in our own industry, as far as, how do we stack up from our Net Promoter Score or OSAT. It's been a little bit difficult, but I think for us, because our feedback loop is so strong from our own customers, we have 20 million plus customers, and that includes a recent acquisition we had of Stericycle Shredded, which adds a whole other level of opportunity for WM to grow our business. But getting back to benchmarking, I think where I look at is what are our customers are telling us? How do we make sure we focus on moments that matter? But I've actually engaged with some of the other folks that you've had on your program around what they do for their own customer experience. I think you had a gentleman on from Verizon. I spent some time with Brian in the past. So to me, it's like, how do we level set on somewhat similar industries, but our customers want different things? But benchmarking for WM is really how do we make sure we continue to differentiate our overall customer experience across multiple business segments, whether it's a huge multinational brand or an individual customer. They really want reliability and responsibility, but how we benchmark is really from feedback from them versus other companies. So it's been a challenge for us to really benchmark against others, but I think for us, it's how can we improve our ETAs? How do we make sure we can let our customers know we're going to be arriving on time? So we always, talk about what Amazon is doing, but we have a very strong ETA program where our customers know when we're going to be there. We've invested in a lot of self-service tools, which we've benchmarked, which has been a huge win for us at WM from our customers and our employees. So feeling pretty
Love
good
that.
about how we stack up to our competition, but benchmarking externally is, we do a lot on the operations side to be more efficient and more safe. But from a customer experience standpoint, we want to make sure we show up on time and we take care of our customers.
Love that. So, looking ahead 5 years, what do you see as the biggest customer experience challenge or opportunity for the company?
I think for us, the challenge is the balance between automation, AI, and the human touch. And I think all companies are going through this. We've spent a lot of time, as I mentioned, on our customer self-service, but we still want to make sure we're available for our customers when they need to talk to a human. I think that's been a little bit of a tightrope we've walked at WM. We haven't been perfect. We've had some instances where our customers might be waiting a little bit longer than we want to, and we inched back and added some more resources there. That was a tough one for us, but I think we've got that right. I think for me, the opportunity is making sure our customer experience is the differentiator and it's not focused in on the cost. And I think where we focused at WM is let's make sure we've got the right people, the process, and the technology. I think in certain instances, we led with the technology first and that backfired. So I think making sure we can focus in and having the right people and making sure we have an employee value proposition because as you mentioned, going out there every day, rain, shine, snow, sleet, and servicing customers is a tough job. So that's going to be a challenge for us. But as we start to make investments in our employee value proposition, the technology we have on the trucks, the automation, it's a job that can be a lot more exciting than maybe it would be 10 years ago. And that automation has allowed us to keep our employees longer. So
Mhm.
that's more on the operational side. I think for me, the way I look at it is how do we shorten the time between any decision that's made from interrupting the reliability of our truck? Say, I'm going to be servicing your house in California. There's a uh, weather event. How do I say we're going to reschedule this to the next day? How soon can I get that to you? Through artificial intelligence, I think is where we want to focus our time on because it's a very routine based business. We're going to be there every Tuesday, but weather happens, truck downtime happens. So how quickly we can get those decisions made and get that through artificial intelligence technology, I think is where I see the future. But um, it's a great business. I love it. We're focusing on our employees, the environment, and I think we're a very purpose-driven company, and that's what really I think will differentiate WM for our employees and our customers.
I love that. And you must be really happy. You've been there so long that, what a better outcome to be at one company that you just love. It's awesome for you.
Mm.
Congrats.
Well, thank you. It's been fun. We had a great organization, great people, and there's always more to do for our customers and really our employees. But to me, it's been a fun journey.
All right. Well, we need to get to know you a little bit. Are you ready for
Uh-oh.
some rapid fire?
I think so. I've seen your program. Some of these can get a little dicey, but I'll hang in there.
Thanks, Mike. No, hopefully not too dicey, but they are quick answers to my quick questions. We'll get started. Okay, Mike, what's the most important part of your morning routine?
Uh, Exercise.
What do you do to relax at the end of a hectic day?
I'm a big music fan, so listening to music is super important to me.
What show are you currently streaming?
My wife and I are watching Task, which is this show on HBO. It's really cool.
What is your favorite leadership book or resource?
The Customer Centric Culture is a book that I really loved, and I shared with the senior leadership team when I came into this role. I thought it was important to bring a culture around our customer to the C-suite, and it's been something I always refer back to as my Bible.
And what's your idea of perfect happiness?
Perfect happiness is getting all my kids together. I have older kids that are in the workforce, and I have a 15-year-old home, and getting them all together just brings complete peace to me and happiness. And it doesn't happen often enough, but when it does, it's amazing.
What is one mental health strategy for managing hard days?
I think two things. One is rest. I think that's an important part of overall mental health, which I've been really working on. And I think also mindfulness and understanding kind of where my mind is and what's impacting it. It's something I've been practicing. I recommend for any leader to really dive into mindfulness. I think it really helped me manage stress.
What's your favorite type of vacation?
I love my colleagues and my family make fun of me, but I love going to Ireland. I have some Irish heritage, but I love spending time there. I just feel really at home, and it's just a cool country. But
Awesome. If you had to describe your outlook in one quick motto, what would it be?
I think if it was one word, I think it'd be enthusiastic. But I think my motto, and say this to my fellow employees, is always working on your resources and capabilities, and how you build your resource, your network, but also your capabilities. I think that's how we feel at WM, and that's how I feel personally. Is there's always more things to add to your capability suite, and build your own board of directors, your own resources to be a more complete professional and human.
Yeah, I've heard it called your kitchen cabinet.
Yes.
It's gonna be around your kitchen cabinet. And lastly, if you could have lunch with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
I think it'd be my mother. She passed away about 5 years ago, and I definitely miss her and would love to have lunch with her.
Mike, this has been really, really interesting. I have loved getting to know you, and I'm so happy I finally got waste management on the Modern Customer
Yeah.
podcast because I've been
Yes.
talking about you guys for so long in all my content. So thank you so much for doing this.
No, thank you. It was great to spend some time with you, and look forward to spending more time with you in the future. Tell you more about what we're
Awesome.
doing at WM.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you, all of you. You've been tuning into the Modern Customer Podcast. Until next time, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like or subscribe and follow my social content on other platforms where I post content daily, including X, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and more.